You're feeling overwhelmed, frustrated, and unsure about how to move forward in your life this week. But don't worry, Spirit has all the answers in this week's Pick a Card Tarot reading. So let's begin. Your cards this week are the Three of Coins, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Coins. So take a moment, listen to your heart, and decide which card or cards feel like the right choice for you. And please leave me a comment and let me know what your picks were. First up, we have the Three of Coins, or Pentacles. The Three of Coins is a theme of seeking outside knowledge and involvement in some project that you're working on. It's most likely something that is work-related or career-related, but you have some big undertaking that you're involved in. And the Three of Coins tells us that it requires other people's effort and knowledge and expertise to achieve the things that we're trying to create. So I sense here that you've had a great deal of anxiety and sleepless nights over this thing that you're doing. You're getting to a place where you can't just do it all by yourself any longer. And you're unsure what to do. This is very overwhelming for you because there is some fear that if you delegate tasks and engage other people in this project, that they won't be able to deliver. That is to say, you have a fear of giving up some control to others in order to achieve this goal, to make this thing happen. And it's something that's very much still in its infancy, this project, but it's just starting to come into creation. So the ideas are there, the planning is done, you're just starting to make it happen, and already it's getting away from you. It's important here to really tune in with yourself, because deep down inside, I think you understand that you really have the ability to delegate these things, to give up a little bit of control, and be more of a leader and less of the doer in all of this. So you really need to take some time and check in with that and grow some confidence in your ability to lead others and organize multiple people in this endeavor. The cups here, the Three of Cups and Page of Cups, very much underscore this need to let go of control. Water is an element and a substance that flows. It takes on the form of whatever it's contained in. It just effortlessly moves from higher to lower ground, has the ability to carve vast valleys and canyons in the mountains and things as hard as stone. But it does so without any real effort or resistance to the things that it erodes. And so that's a big call to let things flow here, to give up some control to others. You should seek these people within community that you already have to begin with. The key people to activate for this project are going to be within that. So take some time and connect with them and spend some quality time with them as well. This isn't just about reaching out and saying, hey, do you want to do this thing for me? You know, how can I get you involved with this? It may require a little bit of, well, schmoozing may not be the best word, but some time to just interact and socialize with these folks and have a little bit of merriment with them. It's going to help you feel better about bringing them on board, and it's going to also help attract them into this project. And as you do so, you'll really find that you have this renewed sense of wonder and joy in this project. It will alleviate a lot of this going on up here with the sleepless nights and anxiety. And this whole project will start to take on a new life of its own for you in terms of your feelings and your emotional experience of it. You can really expect to come back to a more youthful excitement about this thing that you started. Because ultimately, when you first conceived this idea, it is something you were super excited about and it felt new and fresh to you. And as you've gotten into the thick of it, well, you're having a harder time keeping that feeling and that joy of it going. It's just becoming work and you're getting bogged down in it. So this will really renew those feelings for you and give you a new start in this thing as you head into this next phase of your project or endeavor. Next up, we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is a card and it has themes of some emotional strife, some discontentment and dissatisfaction with a situation in your life. It can be regarding relationships. It can be regarding just about anything in your life that is important. And as we reveal the cards here in this reading, we'll get a much better sense of what that thing might actually be. Another important theme with Five of Cups is the idea that along with this discontentment, there is a more subtle idea of there are some good things that you have lost sight of. So we look more closely at the picture here in the Five of Cups, and I hope you can see it well. We see the three cups here sort of knocked over and spilled out. And the figure in this picture is sort of looking away. They're cloaked in a black robe. Sky is gray. And the river is flowing in front of them. So there's this flood of emotions, mostly negative and unhappy ones. And yet we see there are two cups still standing here. So what's that really all about? Well, it tells me that you have some things in your life that are actually good. And that maybe some of these feelings and reactions you're having to whatever's going on, again, this unhappiness and discontentment, might be really a lot of your own self getting in the way of what are actually probably some good things. And so looking further at that to get a sense of what that is, we have Ace of Pentacles here. And the Ace of Pentacles is really the beginnings of new wealth and abundance, and also physical health in your life. The seeds and the first spark of some sort of breakthrough. And so Spirit tells me that you've had a new opportunity or some new thing present itself to you that should be generally a very good thing. And yet there's parts of this that it's triggered this big emotional reaction within you. Like, this isn't really what I want. I'm not happy with this. It seems like it's not a good thing, even though Spirit tells me that it actually is. I sense that a lot of this is sort of growing pains in your journey of wealth and prosperity. So you're someone who's worked very hard throughout a lot of your life. You're getting this new thing. There's this spark and genesis of this thing, and yet it's just causing all of this consternation. It doesn't appear on the surface to be the thing that you've worked so hard for. In some sense, it seems just on the surface, it just seems like it's more problems, more difficulty and challenges in your life. Know that you have planted all those seeds and that your hard work is growing, that your abundance is ripening and coming to fruition. And this thing that seems not so great actually is the beginning of that wealth showing up in your life. Your garden is healthy and growing. The conflict comes from the mind. And that's what Page of Swords tells us here. that you expected this thing to show up in a specific way. You had a preconceived notion about how this is all going to play out. So you engaged in a business deal, or you took a job, or you completed a project in a certain way, and you had this idea that the results are supposed to show up in a specific manner. Abundance has come to you, and you're saying, no, that's not what it was supposed to be. I don't want that. That's not what I did all this hard work for. You really need to check in with that. And the answer to where this is coming from is things in your past. So this is you clinging to old ideas about wealth, prosperity, abundance, and what that really looks like. Maybe maybe you bought a lottery ticket and you expected to win the lottery this week and you didn't. And yet, somewhere along the way this week or very soon, some other amount of wealth will come into your life. Maybe you'll get a refund for something that you overpaid on, or you'll just find some money somehow, or someone will give you a gift or something. And that may not be the $4 billion jackpot that you were expecting to win in the lottery, but it is the abundance of the universe coming to you in the way that it needs to in this moment. So really try to reflect on your deeper beliefs about work, money, and wealth, and where those things come from. It's a great time to reflect on your upbringing in childhood. What were your parents' attitudes about wealth and money? What were the attitudes instilled in you through your schooling as a young person about job and career and all those sorts of things? And I think as you dive into that, you'll find that this discontentment is really about those things and not the situation that is appearing before you. And hopefully you can come to find the silver lining in this thing. Finally, we have the 10 of coins or pentacles. The 10 of pentacles is the completion and the totality of your financial endeavors in life, your work, your career, projects that you've worked on, etc., etc. And it really shows us that not only has your bank account filled, if you will, or you've made that big deal or sale, but that there is a bunch of additional wealth and goodness that is coming to you through this that don't seem directly related. It reminds us that so much of our prosperity is in the community that we build, in the things that we do for others, and that community and the others around us see this and they're recognizing it. And very similar to our second reading, we see this sort of irrational fear of poverty, of scarcity, and it's presenting itself to you in a big way, even though you've really sort of hit the jackpot here. And this can happen to us humans. I have a lot of this in my own life, and so I really identify with you this week. So there's this fear that you still don't have enough, that even though all of these things have come in and all this stuff is really going well, you've sort of hit that payday, that it's still just not enough. So we have the Devil here, and the Devil's a very major card. It really denotes giving into things like arrogance, pride, that this hubris, and then also a lot of sort of self-soothing and even things like addiction and vice, really just being obsessed with the material things in the world. And so it's very interesting, this interplay between these three cards here in the reading, because here you have the community around you bringing forth all of this prosperity, bringing you this abundance, and you're just not seeing it in an even bigger way than before in your life. And so the Devil here reminds us to look at the others around you and not just be focused on yourself and the money that's actually in your bank account or the things that you have, but all of the resources and goodwill amongst the people around you. And with that, you will come to a better place of seeing that this has arrived, knowing that the universe has your back. So these fears of scarcity or it's not enough can be deeply alleviated when we see ourselves in others, because we know, again, that the people around us are part of that support and abundance. You can expect to sort of get this through a sudden appearance of something in your life. So the Knight of Pentacles here may be a specific person, actually, who sort of comes charging into your life or into the situation and tells you that, hey, things are actually good. You know, look at what you actually have here. I'm here to help you. Your friends and family have your back. You have all these resources, and you're just being very blinded to them. And so with that, that is a call for you to take some time and sort of take a look back. Look at where you started. Practice some gratitude over how far you've really come, because you really are there. You really succeeded. I mean, you're at the pinnacle of your success in this thing. But when we lose sight of where we began, and we're, especially when we've been in an endeavor that's been for a long period of time, you've been working at this for years of your life, perhaps, it's very easy to lose sight of all the progress we've made and how you got there. And so really take time to reflect on where you started and how hard it was in the beginning and how little you had and how it might have even seemed impossible when you started this project. If you'd like to explore any of these themes further, I do offer a free mini tarot reading personalized just for you. And you can take advantage of that by following the links in the description for this video or in the comments, depending on what platform you're watching on.